Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to the Trash Mob, our band of miscreants who survived a raid by a group of heroes, and they were the refuse that the heroes didn't bother killing. And somehow they've managed to survive and thrive a little bit. Um, did you enjoy our new artwork?
I did, yes.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Enjoy.
Nice job, Jesse.
Thank you again, Jeffrey, for that. I wanted to just as a surprise have some new updated characters for us. As we move our story into a different system, we're using Dragonbane this time. We're going to try a different system, but otherwise, it is still the Trash Mob. Still same theme, same idea. Why don't we first go around and have everybody tell us who they are, who they're playing, where we can find you on the internet if you choose to be found, and what you've got going on. So we will start in clockwise order with Q.
Hey everybody, I'm Q. I'm playing Killian Dare, and his faithful bear Curly, also known as the Irascible Ranger, though he's becoming a bit less irascible hanging out with this group. He seems to have found his found family and is sort of settling in to be just more of the slightly grumpy uncle.
Hey, I'm Jeffrey, and I'll be playing Amber Forge Glow, a half-dwarf, half-human, sweet as a pie, and a struggling practitioner of the Warm God, and has joined up with dreams of grandeur and adventure, and this was the first group that just happened to cross her path.
May not have been the first.
But it's the one that she chose.
All right. You know who it is. Sparrow Darkwing back in the building, baby. My name's Vivi. I play the legendary, the one and only, the icon, Sparrow Darkwing, aka 5-finger discount in the night, aka that guy. He is a rogue and low-key the prophet of Kinkelfurter. Who knows? I think maybe we're playing a little bit of a Paul Atreides sort of thing going on.
Oh,
here.
yeah, kind of thing. I remember that.
how well it goes. He might be my dad. Who knows? But yeah, have a great time. Kinkelfurter is the god of prostitutes and also safety against sexually transmitted diseases. He's honestly an all-around great god. You guys should worship him with me. And yeah, Sparrow is just a sort of big brother, family man, but in this group plays a little bit more of a rambunctious little brother role. Kind of always goes head first into danger, like a bear.
All right. So I'm Jen. I'm playing Helga, a giant barbarian that probably scares people. But there have been times where she would stand behind her friends who are trying to get a better deal at buying food or something like that, and it all works out. So there we are.
Mysteriously.
Mm-hmm.
Mysteriously. All right. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to kind of take a look back at the previous campaign, and we're going to talk about why did the party decide to leave Grey Garden. And they had talked a little bit about a little bit of lore, but this is kind of like there's rumors and now there's the truth. And what we're going to do is we're going to see what the truth was of why the party left Grey Garden. So whoever wants to start, go for it.
Well, I do remember us discussing that we had inadvertently kicked off a war between the Thieves Guild and the town guard, the city guard, trying to pit the guard against the Thieves Guild to get leverage to free Canary. And I think in the aftermath of that, we just sort of had to escape, cool off. I think we probably pulled out whoever we could. Maybe Canary's still there. I don't know. Do you think Canary would have stayed behind? It seems like the sort of thing where we would have had trouble convincing him to leave.
Yeah, I don't know. He was kind of giving the vibe, like in the previous season, that he was like, "No, I'm here, like by choice," or like, there's something keeping me here at the very least. And so he was very reticent and resistant to like all keys trying to open up his cage. So there was that. I think so far as rumors go, when it comes to like this gang being involved, it could be just about anything. I'd say like maybe they made up a little bit something, or like rumors eventually got out of hand and it was like we assassinated somebody major in the city. I may
Really, they just fell down the stairs.
Exactly. Like we just happened to be like on the same floor as them when they fell down those stairs.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with that. Some like noble lord's daughter was like, "Oh my god, like I'm having teenage pregnancy and I can't let them know who like the actual father is. I'm gonna blame it on a very big troublemaker who I want to get the heat off. It's me. Am I the daddy? Who knows?" But yeah, so I think there's a whole culmination of like very different rumors because I think people are very ready to make up anything.
Right.
Just it.
I was also a little bit worried about Amber's parents, whether we could convince them to leave or not. Because in my mind, the city's burning. It's completely gone to hell, and we've had to like smuggle people out because they locked down the city.
Yeah, that would be a good.
The sort of trouble that we would have started.
It would be par for the course for the trash mob.
Who did that?
Yeah.
Killed somebody, blamed it on somebody else to start the conflict, and it just like that what was that place that we ended up burning? The Goblin Village.
Yeah.
You gotta be more specific. We also burned a bandit encampment and a small village, and that was when Sulfur Heart was still with the group.
Yeah.
We burned a lot of things with Sulfur Heart.
We sure did.
All right. Helga, was there anything she wanted to do before she
Before she leaves
moved
town?
on? Yeah.
Or, I don't know. I think Helga's going to be watching out for her friends because she's, after hearing all of the stuff that she just heard, she's like, "Yeah, I better stick around and follow them."
Okay. That sounds fair.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of hope that we got out the important people, got them set up in some town or village nearby, and then headed for the coast to draw whoever might be looking for us away from our loved ones or well cared for ones. And that's how we ended up on a boat to somewhere else. But
Yeah. Well, the trash mob have fled east to the coast and booked passage on the first ship they could find. They found a small cargo vessel named the Merriment that is heading towards points unknown as far as they know. They don't really have a set destination. They just kind of travel around where they stop and pick up cargo and move it to other places. Captain's name is Captain Jong Soo. He is a relatively young man who has possibly bought this ship, possibly won it. You kind of hear some different stories. He has a crew of 6 who, for the most part, kind of maintain, kind of stay to themselves. They don't get a ton of passengers along this ship. They did have some compartments that are sometimes used for smuggling that they converted into guest quarters, guest cabins, as they like to call them. And you've set out with them. I want to know, how do you spend your time on board? You've been out at sea for about 6 days now.
I was about to say, I think
Oh,
I might have
no.
stopped
Oh,
throwing
no.
up after 6 days. But maybe not.
Do we need our first roll of the game?
Yeah, I mean, Killian's a forest guy. He's
Mhm.
been in a few streams and ponds, but maybe out on a nice calm lake, but never this sort of thing. So
Let's take a look.
fully
then.
expect to be puking up everything
Right.
You
for
know what?
days.
Let's have everyone
I'm
make.
gonna be like Gail, when she got off the the rocket. It's like,
Let's have everyone make a seamanship roll.
A what ship? No, I'm
What?
joking.
Hey, this is the trash mob. Yeah,
Yeah.
Sparrow perks up.
it is not a jizz ship roll. It is a seamanship roll.
Just as like a question for
that a
the
skill?
viewers who might not know about
It is.
the Dragonbane
It is a
system.
skill. So what you guys can do is on your character sheet, just click on skills,
Skills.
and then it will list your core skills.
Oh, okay, right.
Do you see it, Jen?
No.
Okay. On your character sheet, you'll have like main skills, abilities.
Okay.
Click on skills.
Skills. Okay, let me find that. Let's see.
Oh wait, it's in the system.
Uh-huh.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Skills. Okay, there's
Yeah.
skills. What am I
And
looking
then
for?
you'll see the word seamanship.
Okay.
I went there.
Just all the way toward
Okay,
the
I've
bottom.
got that. Yeah, it's towards
Mhm.
the bottom on this.
And you just click on the word seamanship.
Okay.
Okay. I'm
Okay.
confused.
I don't think that's working for me. Hold on. No, it's not doing it.
Okay.
Um,
Well, when you click it, it should come up with skill roll seamanship.
okay, let me try this again.
Yeah, a little will pop up and ask you if you have any
Yeah.
boons or banes.
Okay. Let me see if I can find it. It's also tiny.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Yeah.
don't know if there's a way for me to make it bigger, unfortunately.
I don't think there is either, but I might be able to pop it up a little more.
You could probably,
can-
depending on your browser, increase
Yeah.
the scale in the browser.
Yeah.
Where are we seeing the word skills?
I
Um,
don't know that either. Yeah.
Just
okay.
under the image in the upper left-hand corner, the picture of your person, straight under that is it says main skills, abilities, inventory. Those are actually tabs that you can click on.
Okay. Okay.
Wait, we're supposed to see in the upper what corner?
I don't
The-
know.
The upper left of your
It's
character
a
sheet
little
is your picture of your character. At least
Here, you
Tom
know
put
what?
my picture in there. I assume I'm not special.
Let me.
Directly down from that. Hey, why don't
Let
you
me
share your
think.
screen, Tom?
Oh,
I will.
I found it.
Okay. let me share my screen just to.
Okay, because I don't.
Yeah, why don't you give us an example?
Mhm.
Okay. Everybody
Okay.
see my screen?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. This is Jen's character.
Uh-huh.
So when you start off, you're on main. Okay.
Mm.
And
Okay.
you're gonna have skills here,
Mm.
Okay.
and what you're
Alright.
gonna see is seamanship here,
Okay.
Mm.
and I'm gonna click it for you, Jen.
Okay, do it because I can't figure it out.
And then
Oh.
boons and banes are think like advantage, disadvantage in D&D.
Okay.
Okay. Now this game you want to roll low.
Okay.
So a 1 is the best thing in this game. A 20 is the worst thing in this game. So it takes a little while to get used to. If you're used to thinking D&D.
This is
Okay.
evil.
Okay. It's actually more challenging rolling
It-
low.
It's
Mhm.
yeah. It's
Okay.
harder to do.
And click roll, and you got a 17. Okay.
Okay.
Now, you always have the ability. I think when you fail, unless you
Uh-huh.
get a 20, which unfortunately Q got a 20, to push your roll.
Okay.
Now, this is you can try again, but what you do is you gain a condition.
Okay.
And a condition is something that works against you, and generally gives you like a bane on certain rolls. So I personally wouldn't push unless it's really important.
Okay.
This isn't one you want to push if you don't have to.
That
So,
would be,
if that
Okay.
makes sense.
You could-
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Okay.
okay. Alrighty.
Boon, if you get a 20 or a 1, you get to mark an experience next to that
Mhm.
skill you used, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Like Q should have a check now next to seamanship.
And I do.
And
Actually, a little arrow pointing
I'm
up.
not sure what I have over here. I think my computer's weird because it's. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let me remove
I gave
that.
myself a Bane because I figured, being such a landlubber, it would be more likely. And I actually rolled 2 20s.
Whoa! Wow! Holy wow! Wait, so I have a question. So we have like those little numbers near that stat. What do those numbers do to impact it? Like,
Which
Those
number?
are. Oh, go ahead.
I'm just
like-
catching up, making sure I'm on the same question.
Yeah.
like if I have a 5 on my seamanship,
That's your target number.
You have to
Oh,
roll
so
back.
I want
Roll
to.
that or less.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah,
We
which is
all-
why we all pretty much failed because I don't think any
Yeah.
of us had seamanship.
No.
All right.
okay, I
And-
see how it is.
And that's based off of your intelligence for some reason. Well, I guess because seamanship also covers like navigating at sea and not crashing.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably.
So it's like
Alright.
if your intelligence is between this number and this number, then you have a 6 as your target number. If it's between this and this, it's a 5. Between this and this, it's a 7. There's a little chart that I'm sure Jeffrey went through when he converted your character over and got that all sorted.
So
Alrighty.
I'm really glad we have a captain and a crew, and we're not the ones trying to pilot. this
Mhm.
thing.
Right? That's what we paid for.
Mhm.
Okay.
That's what we paid for. Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
Sparrow's not forklift or ship certified.
So yeah, let's talk about the only one who really did bad was Killian. I'm
with a demon.
going to say he's pretty much just been curled up in a ball next to Curly. Occasionally
Who's
puking.
fine, by the way.
He's probably dry heaving at this point because there's just nothing left, which is absolutely the worst feeling in the world. And the rest of you, not feeling great, but you're not puking constantly.
Mhm.
And I have to do something.
Can I get you
Some-
some mac and cheese, Mr. Killian? Would that make you feel
that?
better?
What?
Can I- Can I get you some mac and cheese?
Oh God, no, not right now.
I have to restart Foundry.
okay.
If you could scrounge
Yeah.
up some of that rum, that would be okay. But I'm not sure what else I can keep down.
Yeah, Killian, don't you just wrong accent.
Okay.
Killian, right? Don't you just want? Actually, I need to shut up for 5 minutes. So we're gonna figure this out soon.
There we go. Okay.
Mm.
Sorry, I had to. You have to when you close the chat window thing to see it. You have to restart to get it to be an option again.
Oh, wow.
Oh well.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's not a big deal,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
there we go. Oh, or do I have 2 of them now?
I don't know.
I do. Okay.
Mm.
All right, let's close that. Let's just keep talking while I'm screwing around here.
Okay.
Yeah, but the rest of you've kind of managed to kind of survive a little bit, but there's really not a whole lot to do. I mean, you do notice that the crew occasionally have some card games going on. Maybe they play some dice. They tend to do it away from you. They haven't really kind of gained a knowledge about you. I mean, for the most part, you all seem nice to them. But yeah, there's one guy by the name of Swabby. He's the first mate. He kind of looks like Mr. Clean, kind of big, tall, and bald with the earring. He seems to be the one who seems to organize most of the card games and things like that. And one night he's walking by Sparrow. What would Sparrow be doing out on deck?
Well, Sparrow at this point, you know, he's out there doing his thing. Just sort of. I think part of the time he's just kind of like launching a knife at like a random thing, just trying to hit it like over and over and over. And like Killian is like in his rolled up stupor, next to like Curly, with like probably Amber low key attending, and be like, "All right, Amber, what shape should I make? I could probably like spell out your name if I had like enough things. I could like try shooting nails.
Oh, you don't think that they would need those for repairs?
I mean, that's not a question I really ask, so.
Oh.
Yeah, but like Amber, it's like great. I could teach you a few things. You know, we get down to it, do our thing, and yeah, I mean, I could. You know, I know how to make a vag with like knives. I know how to make
What?
with knives. I know how to make some testes. I know how to make a fine pair of tits. I also know how to draw a mermaid. But that takes
I like
a bit
mermaids.
of time. Yeah, mermaids are great. And then I know how to do a mermaid with a dick. And then, you know, I'm pretty good at like remaking the Kinklefoot symbol, like, you know, kink up. So yeah, but like those are.
Could you do the warming god?
It's many things.
I mean, what does he look like?
And Amber has a shield that, and part of her clothes has the symbol, which is like a sun with like 3 sort of stylistic rays at the top and at the bottom of the circle.
Your god's a shape.
Well, no, I mean it's representative. It's like,
Yeah, I could do a fucking circle and 3 triangles or whatever. Like, easy.
I mean, Kinklefoot isn't a triangle.
No, that's just no. It's supposed to symbolize the triad. You know.
What's the triad?
That's a good question. I remember. I think it was like supposed to represent what was the triad about Kinklefoot?
It was like the 3 tenants or something, you know.
It was the 3 tenants. It might have also represented the 3 holes.
Yeah, 2.
Yeah. No, 3. And it was also maybe about kind of like the 3 things. So like tits, bottom part front, bottom part back. But I am inclined to say Killian's right. I am inclined to say that it probably is like something about the tenants. It's just slipping my mind, you know. Being on this boat, it's making everything woozy.
Everything's slippery.
Yeah, everything is slippery, man. But yeah, so I mean, I can do your Wii shapes, you know, that's easy peasy. And then he'll just like start beam, 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 with like nails that he stole from a box somewhere.
Sure.
Wow.
Yeah, just wait till you see him do a diamond. The symmetry is really the thing you want to get to, because it's not just the top half, but the bottom reflected, you know? Not just jumping myself.
You think you can show me how to do that?
Yeah, love. Anything. And then he'll be like, all right, so you're going to make sure you kind of... It's all in the flick, really. You'll get your aim soon, but you really just have to kind of master, you know, the flick. And I got good wrists and fingers, so it's sort of, you just train it into yourself. But yeah, you hold it a little bit like a dart, really, depending on how you do it. Some people do the nail flip, and then you just sort of pinch the little nub of it right at the bottom of the head, and then you just launch.
Hot.
Don't forget to pinch off.
Unless I roll for it, I think it would be a terrible first attempt. Like the head of it, like
It's all right. That happens all the time. You know, I didn't get it for a really long time when I first started doing it, because, you know, it's complicated. You got to match the strength, the speed, and you know, nails aren't like throwing daggers, so like they're harder to stick into wood.
Not balanced right. I hate them.
Yeah. I mean, if we had some darts, you know, I could make some mean shapes with a dart. You know, I could add some fine nipples to a pair of tits with the darts.
Meanwhile, Meanwhile, I'm over here going, "Go on, tell me more. This is ridiculous."
Whoever owns those nipples.
Falca, do you want to have a turn? I bet you'd be really good at this.
I don't know.
You got the strike throw, pipes.
Yeah, but I don't want to hit someone accidentally, you know.
I mean,
Okay.
Tom, you're still muted. You're very funny though.
I'm just making comments that probably shouldn't be on the air, and
Okay.
also wondering if we had put a warning at the beginning of this video.
I mean, you know,
I think we did, but if not, welcome to the foul-mouthed world
Yep.
of the trash mob.
If you don't know, now you know.
you know
This
now.
is the Restless Barbarian game where we just let it all hang out.
Yeah.
Yes, pretty much. Yeah. Yep.
Helga,
All right.
you are welcome to try. So you're what, flicking nails?
I think that's what we're doing. Something like that.
I would probably say the closest thing would be like knives.
Hmm.
So you could roll your knife skill if you want to. I
have
believe
a
you only have a
knife
4 in it, so you have to get under a 4 or less
Okay.
to be able to be successful at it.
All right. Let me see if I can figure out where that is on the
Holy
character sheet
Yeah.
here.
It's if you choose to roll.
Yeah,
at this
I-
point, like he's done
Right.
this so often, it looks like there's like a bullseye ring, kind of like pockmarked
going
into
around
the
it.
wood.
Okay.
The wood's all chewed up.
Yeah. Like from the amount of times he's like in the past 6 days, like thrown these things. There's just sort of like a dartboard embedded into the wood now.
Swabby happens to be coming by and goes, "Hey, you're the fucker who's putting those holes in the deck. Cut that out."
Sorry, Mr. Swabby.
I mean, can
Oh,
you
like
prove
you-
it with me?
I just walked by and saw you put that disgusting symbol on the wall.
What are you talking about?
He goes
Oh, it's
over
all
and, goes-
Ember.
and he spins. He goes, "Her?
Yeah.
She looks like a sweet, innocent little thing who wouldn't harm a fly."
Yeah, that's how she gets you, man. She
But
is
I did.
crazy.
Open that one around.
Ember's like conflicted between not wanting to throw her friend under the bus, but also the injustice of like, but it wasn't me.
Don't worry, he'll never do anything to you.
And Swabby goes back and he goes, "What is all this supposed to mean?"
I mean, which part? She has like an artistic vision, really. So,
I think it means we're goddamn bored.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's very.
I mean, if we could play
Ah.
some card games with you and your boys, I mean, that would be kind of nice. It might stop Killian from throwing up everywhere.
Ah,
Say that.
Yeah, just Killian,
Wow.
think good thoughts. You know, a hearty roast stew and mashed potatoes and, you know, really greasy fries.
Oh,
Just everything that sits heavy.
I gotta go. I'll be right back.
I was gonna say that's almost like a was that a con roll at this point? No, I'm not gonna make you do it. But that's almost a con roll, the way you're being taunted. Oh, alrighty then. You
It's a decent roll.
succeeded. Okay.
I think I make it
Whoa!
to the nail before.
All right. You managed to keep it down. So let me add this back to the stage
the
here.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. Swabby says, "Well, you got any money?"
Yeah.
A little.
How much you got?
On this damn boat ride.
Well, I don't know why you need to know how much I got. Just know that I've got stuff to bet.
I want to know if you got anything worth getting in our game for.
Well, I have money.
Captain says you're not to be bothered. Let me. Maybe when we reach our port.
What's
Well,
this back and forth, nervous flirting? You know, you approach, tell me, oh my god, you know, I've noticed you and batting my eyelashes at you, and then you're doing the whole, well, you can play the game, but no, I don't know if you have anything worth to play the game with, and oh no, we shouldn't bother. Oh, careful with that one.
He doesn't seem really willing to engage, Sparrow, with this, and just
He is
just
wise beyond his visage.
just pull those nails out and put them back where you found them.
Fine.
You want some help with that?
Yeah, please. You're
All
stronger
right.
than me.
Yep. I'm walking over and I'm pulling all the nails
Blink,
out.
blink,
Fine. Yeah.
Sparrow's like tugging at one, and like she's like taking out 5 by then. He's like,
I was like, there you go. For you.
Thanks.
Mhm.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yep.
Now, Ember, no more taking nails. I'm gonna get us caught for being bad.
Okay. And Amber's just kind of giving Gillian like a little bit of a back rub, like
Oh,
trying to help him through it.
sweet girl, you know.
Hold my hair.
You're so funny, Mr. Gillian.
Killian, she's half your age.
I try. Only half.
I was gonna say maybe
It's more like a third.
more like a third. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
What? It's making her seem more mature.
On the morning of the 7th day, the seas start to get a little. You notice they're starting to get a little rougher. You're kind of woken up in your sleep. You kind of have those little beds that hang from the ceiling, whatever. Yeah, they'll cots or whatever they are.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're
Hammocks.
hammocks. That's the word I'm looking for. Thank you. You notice you're kind of swinging a little bit in the morning. Now, Killian, I would like a con roll, please.
Oh, sure. I'm going to fail this one.
You can do it.
Give it the old Kinkelfurter.
Oh, like I said,
Oh.
you know,
I'm
I'm
deciding
not
we
gonna
should maybe push our Kinkelfurterness for like a bigger role.
no question
you,
on that.
you lean out of your hammock. Luckily, you're on the bottom one, but you just barely missed Curly, and she's.
Oh, sorry, girl.
Everybody gets up. You kind of stagger out to the deck. And you definitely see the seas are a little higher today. And the crew looks like they are really working hard to get everything set up, ready for a rough day. The captain is up at the wheel. He's kind of like shouting orders. It's kind of a light rain is starting. So good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Yeah, go break my fucking name.
What's good about it?
Stupid rain. No, my gear's gonna get fucking wet. Great.
Curly stands outside for a minute and shakes off. Captain.
Helga shakes off the water from the
Yeah.
bear and she's kind of moves on. Yeah.
Captain,
Really?
Captain Jungsu kind of yells down. He's like, "Hey, we need to make port soon. These seas are getting too rough. If you want to stay on deck, you gotta help. Otherwise, get below deck."
I'll help.
All right.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So
I'll go
Helga's
back
going to
there.
try to help with something. Okay.
Yep. Mhm.
All right. Who else is going to try to help?
Curly.
Amber will.
Oh, Curly's going to help. Okay.
Okay.
That's a
Yeah,
lot
why
of
not?
weight.
Okay.
A lot of
Um,
strength and weight.
Okay. They need help with fixing the sails. That's probably something is probably going to be strength related
Okay.
or agility rated. That definitely is more in Helga's wheelhouse, shall we say.
Yeah.
What you can do is if you want to make a strength roll on your character sheet,
Okay.
up where you see like the little dragon face.
Yeah.
You see like STR. Just
Yeah.
click on STR.
Okay. Trying. Yeah, this is not helping me. Something's wrong with however this got set up. But
Okay, let me try.
STR, yeah, I don't know. I know there's an 18 in there. That's it.
Okay. All right, a 2. Okay. So you definitely succeeded. You helped. It would have been the work of about 3 men. You were able to kind of pull this sail and help them get it all straightened out. Amber,
Yes.
they need help navigating. You notice one of the crew is kind of arguing with Swabby about something on a map, and they're no, it's gonna be this way. Salt Haven's this way, and Swabby's arguing back and forth, and you're kind of standing nearby. This might be more something like intelligence might come into play. You're not sure if one of these guys is maybe even able to read. So if you'd like to assist, you could probably, I would just go with a straight intelligence roll.
Okay. All right. Let me roll that. Oh, whoop, that's agility. Intelligence. Here we go.
Yep.
Roll.
Well, nautical
No.
maps are not quite your thing.
I think we need to go down.
And they both look at you like, down? What do you mean by that? Nobody wants to go down in the sea.
Oh, sorry. I think we need to go up.
Ah.
I'll be over here if you need me.
Curly, they're a little intimidated by and don't seem to have anything for her to do. So they go, hey,
Just grab a rope and pull on it.
get this bear off the deck if you would.
Who is that directed to?
To Killian.
Okay.
Killian done went below deck, so.
Okay, well
He's not
they're still yelling for
Amber.
Killian or whoever can get this damn bear off the deck.
I'll get her. Come on, girl. Let's go.
All right. Sparrow, staying downwards dry.
You know, I'm debating. I think since he kind of understands socially, he might be slightly on thin ice, or that it's good to sort of ingratiate themselves before he pulls anything, or if he needs to pull anything. So, kind of just he's gonna try and do something to up his standing. So he was like, "Oh, you need me, man? Like, what can I do? What can I do?"
You know how to read.
Yeah.
See if you can help these jokers with this map. And
Okay. I know how to read letters, just not maps, but I'll do my best.
Take a look.
Alright,
Just
alright.
a straight intelligence roll.
Okay, so I click it.
Yep.
Boom!
just click. There you go.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Too smart.
Yeah, you did slightly worse than Amber, but yeah, nautical maps aren't quite your thing.
Look, man, I'm used to reading really sexy poetry to the birds. This is not at all the ballad. It's just kind of like squash, squash. You got a weird sea monsters to the left, and then little pepper of islands over there. Man, where the fuck are we going?
And the captain looks over and says, "Nearest place is Salt Haven. We're gonna see if we can make it by the end of the day. Why don't you just go below deck?
All right.
We'll let you know when we get there." All right.
Squeezes water out of his hair.
Yeah.
So you guys go down below deck, try to dry off, and a couple hours pass. It's still pretty rocky as your day progresses, and eventually you do hear a bell, like somebody ringing a bell up on deck, and you hear "Land ho!"
Oh dear God, I didn't know I would swim from here.
Language.
We went to Horland.
I didn't specify which god. You just, pick what you
True,
want.
yeah.
it was in reference to
Okay.
the land ho.
Okay, got it.
Oh, I purposely set that up.
Prequel,
So-
right?
All right. If you come up on deck, you can see that the ship is approaching a port. There is a small town, kind of arrayed kind of behind the port, and as you're coming in, you notice that there's really looks like there's just really like two gangways. There's one. Excuse, not gangways. I'm sorry, docks. You notice that seems like there's one that has some like bigger boats to kind of to the north of you, and then there's another one that there's no ships there at the moment, but you guess this one is probably used by fishermen. At the moment, though, there's nobody there because the wind is really starting to pick up, and there's no one on the deck. And as you guys kind of pull in, the crew starts to jump out. They're grabbing ropes. They're getting ready to tie the ship off and attempt to bring it in safely. Give it a couple minutes. You're kind of amazed that how well this crew did, but you can tell that they've definitely dealt with rough seas before, and you get close enough that the captain kind of goes down to the deck. A guy from the dock comes on and starts talking with the captain, Captain Jongsu, and they almost like they're kind of arguing about something. But you're not kind of close enough to him. You've probably basically stuck your heads out, maybe like Three Stooges style. It's still some rain coming down. But if you'd like to fully come out on the deck, you can. But I just want to know first, what would your intentions be?
Can I come out on the deck sneakily?
You certainly can. Yeah.
There you
That
go.
would probably be
Try
a
that.
stealth roll, I believe.
Stealth?
I'll give you cover because I definitely want to get out onto the deck, but I'm not going to be
Oh,
subtle.
excuse me.
about it.
Sneaking. I'm sorry.
Sneaking. Sneaky,
okay.
sneaking. Do I get any boon or bane to that?
No.
If I
there's
make a
nobody-
distraction,
There's really
boon?
nobody looking for you at the moment. There's not much danger, so no, I don't think you need one.
Shit.
Oh, all
So
right.
close.
Now they're looking for you.
Yeah, you.
Oh.
And then that's when the captain looks over and just looks at you and just kind of shakes his head and just kind of goes back. and you hear him say something about 20 silver. Oh, the last time we were here, the port fees were only 10.
I'll pay it.
And the other man goes, oh well, it's very dangerous now. We with a big storm coming, we're not sure we can really accommodate your ship here.
Pardon me. I just want to jump in here real quick, if you
They
don't
both
mind.
look at you. Yeah.
So sorry to interrupt, but so the dock fee is normally, last time it was 10, this time it was
20, says the man. You're assuming it's probably like the dock master. So.
And Amber kind of looks around. What's the condition of the dock? Is it like a well maintained, or is it?
It is not. Gonna give you kind of a brief overview. It's very cold and damp and windy here. Now anybody who's like out on the deck is getting washed in sea spray, and it smells of salt water and fish here. So not awful, but I mean it's not the Ritz-Carlton either.
Well, way I see it, is with this storm keeping up as long as it does, you're going to be pretty hard pressed for other boats to come dock here. So perhaps we can find something that's more amenable in the middle.
15. Who said that?
Give me a Amber. Give me a persuasion roll, please.
Is it possible I could switch it over to bartering?
Yeah. Actually, bartering. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Go, Amber.
That is a better idea. Oh.
Oh!
Ooh!
All right. Dockmaster goes. All right, 15. The captain's like, sold, and they spit in their hands, shake. All right, and Captain turns back and says, "All right, everybody, let's get everything unloaded. Looks like we're probably gonna be here for a couple days."
I can help you lift stuff.
Okay.
Let me off first.
Good idea.
One more puke right off the edge of the dock.
God.
Yeah, just flop down.
Jeez, Killian, is it like a
Oh,
thing
thank
to
God, it's
roll?
still. Why does everything still seem to be spinning?
We're on the hard dock, man. It's nothing's rolling anymore.
The world won't stop moving.
Oh, no.
I think he hit his head.
All right. As you get off the ship, you notice to the north of you, looks like a some kind of temple or something has been carved out of the cliffs of the island. There's some kind of, almost looks like a temple carved out of the cliffs to the north of you. The problem is with this is the map doesn't really do a good job of explaining everything, so that's why I kind of have to tell you what you see. To the south of you, you see what looks like some kind of tavern. Looks kind of sketchy. You do see some drunk-looking fellows kind of wandering along the deck. Along the docks, heading your way. And again, on the other side of the docks, you do see what looks like docks more for trading. The rain is luckily starting to let up a little bit. It's not quite as bad as it was, but the water is still rough.
Come on, Curly, let's go see if we can find a place to sit at that pub over there.
Yeah, man, I am wet in the wrong ways.
Meanwhile, Helga's still on the boat trying to move things around for them real quick.
Yeah, Helga, you managed to help them get a lot of their stuff done.
Yeah.
The deck crew thank you, and they tell you, hey, there's a couple pubs and inns here in this town. I would stay away from the Dark Tide Inn, and they point to that pub that you can see.
Okay.
By the way,
Right, the one that I'm stumbling towards right
The
now.
Dark Tide Inn. Sounds pleasant.
Yeah, man, like it's got this whole kind of grimy aesthetic to it, you know?
yeah. He said, I wouldn't go in there unless you're looking for trouble. It's kind of a rowdy place, like a strong grog. The nice people, they go to the Porthole Inn. That's more for the regular folks, but you do as you wish.
All right, good to know.
Looking over towards the trading docks, you do notice that there is an enormous ship there, and there is a flag on it that declares it or names it as the Tranquility. This ship is a lot bigger than other ships you've probably seen. And let's take a look.
Is it a Firefly class vessel?
I don't think so. No.
Darn.
No problem. But yeah, but past the Dark Tide Tavern, you do notice that's kind of where the town itself begins, and there are several 2-story houses and buildings in the town itself. Aside from the dockmaster, nobody's really here to greet you, as it were. You are kind of on your own to wander about as you like.
Well, Curly and I are stumbling towards the nearest pub/inn, whether that be the Dark Tide or not. We missed that memo.
Yeah.
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 I was going to say, you probably missed that. You're just like, land.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Squirrel ale.
Amber's close behind.
Sparrow sauntering behind Amber.
Helga's looking for her friends. Where did they go?
Like looks up just in time to see them all go inside a pub, and which one is it?
Yeah. It's like, oh no, not that one.
And as you're making your way towards that inn, Sparrow, you kind of just take a glance down an alley, and you think you spy something. Now, if you would, you should be able to roll a D100. What you're going to see is in the chat messages. There'll be a little like dice shapes.
Yeah, I see it.
There should be one. You can click on it and you can roll a D100. You got
98.
8. Okay.
Oh.
Wow.
You
In this
think
game,
you-
I don't think higher is better.
You take a look, and on top of a crate are some black candle stumps.
Mm,
Are they lit?
No.
Can I peel off and take a peek at them real quick?
Yeah, you can. It looks like they've been lit recently. I mean, it's been raining, so you can't tell. But yeah, there's just these 3 candle stumps sitting. Almost looks like in the shape of a triangle on this crate.
By definition.
What are you asking of me? I see your sign. I'm keeping an eye out. Fucking about in the most literal, but not actually literal sense. I'm trying to spread your name, do your thing, man. And me and you, we're close. We've got a bond, but I really do better with just kind of like stronger visual direction and like maybe even a list. I don't know. It's just I've got kind of like this attention thing and really bad memory, and when I have to kind of like piece together the signs, I tend to not piece together the signs. So, I'm out here doing your work, but like your vision can make that work go much smoother. But hear me out, G. I'm gonna take these candles. I'll light them up, and I'll pray to you later. And we can have like another one-on-one chat whenever you want to, like in my dreams when I'm at my most vulnerable and shit. But yeah, keep doing what you're doing. I mean, you're just like the great god, so just keep on. I fucks with it, so just keep going.
All right. You guys make your way to the inn. The Dark Tide Tavern. You get in. You find the place is packed, and you do find one table. It looks like somebody was carving something into the table. And you get there, there's literally like wood shavings, like where somebody was like carving something into the table. There are 4 chairs, but the bartender, a young woman, yells out. She goes, "Hey, no bears in here. That bear can't come in here.
I don't know what
There's
you're
enough room for people in here."
That's just my hairy sister. Sit down over there, Curly. You'll be fine.
I've seen some ugly women in my day, but never look like that. No.
Hey, who you calling ugly? I said that's my sister. Watch your tongue.
He said she was hairy, not hideous. Yeah, Cthulhu.
And she goes.
Got any squirrel ale on tap?
And she goes, nah, we don't serve squirrel ale here. We got porpoise piss,
Oh,
Sounds intriguing.
but no bear. But no bears in here, okay?
I wouldn't want you to serve bears anyway. That's weird. Porpoise piss is fine though.
All right.
A mug for me and a barrel for my sister here.
Do you take Curly outside?
Only if it really comes down to it.
Because if you don't, 3 gentlemen stand up around the bar, like, hey, she told you, no animals in here.
Well, technically, that's not what she said. She said no bears in here. Otherwise, you animals would be out on the street.
Oh shit.
Oh no.
All right, wise guy.
it's okay. It's okay. I'll take Curly out.
All right, you sure about that?
Yeah.
You think
Yeah.
this is ungrateful discrimination?
I mean,
they haven't
she's
even met
mad.
Curly.
Amber's now caught. Well, oh no, I didn't. I don't want to. I don't know what to do. I don't want there to be any fighting. Okay, we can all just sit down and enjoy our drinks and.
When she says no fighting, everyone in this bar just starts laughing. They're just like, no fighting. They're like, little miss, you know where you are?
In the Dark Tide Tavern?
Yeah,
Or Dark Tide Inn?
yeah. But fighting's just part of the evening.
Oh,
Somebody's always got to be a tough guy and think they can come in and change the rules of this place.
She's more of a
Well-
spectator.
By which I guess we're following the rules.
Yeah.
Take
Amber,
the
just
chair
Right then,
outside.
you. I'll fight you fist to fist so Curly
Okay.
can stay.
Okie doke.
Oh man.
No.
Oh man.
I warn you, I just got off a ship. I'm not very stable.
Mentally and physically.
All right, so let's take a look here.
It's actually like the BBG of the campaign that you're fighting right now. So be warned.
We'll see him again later after he kicks our asses. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, I let you beat me.
it's like the trope where the guy's sitting down, but he stands up and just like towers over, like the camera does a pan over the top. of it.
Right.
And you're like, this dude must have really long legs or just a really small torso. Like,
All right, so we are going to go into combat here.
whoa.
And let's see. So, and okay. Now, the cards for Dragonbane, they have them in Foundry. But the part I haven't figured out is it says like you have to create a deck or something like. I have not been able to figure out how the hell you create a deck.
Yeah.
So-
Seems odd.
So what I'm
Well,
gonna
if you just-
do,
Have cards there. Just do it on your desk and tell us what we got.
I don't have cards. So,
Oh.
so
We'll
let's
budget.
let's do this. We're gonna just basically roll.
I could pull my cards out, but they're buried somewhere.
Okay.
Mm,
So, if you look at the combat encounter, okay, you already rolled.
sorry.
Oh, that was Helga.
Oh, wait,
Wow,
do
no,
we all roll?
There's me.
No. Just it's just it because he said he wanted to fight one-on-one.
Oh, just the big
So-
C. All right.
Take that
Mhm.
guy.
Yeah.
yep.
Yeah.
So,
Mm.
all right. So, Killian, I'm gonna let you go first. What you would have to do, it's kind of like what we were doing the other night with
Yeah.
You just like right click on the target, and then on your character to select him, and then you on your character sheet you decide what you want to do.
I want
Okay.
to blow up.
Where does the target?
Can you not see him?
I don't see anything. Just a black grid.
Ah,
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Un momento, por favor.
See.
Let's see. Configure. Let's see if you see it now.
No.
No.
Nope. Alrighty. I have something configured wrong then. Okay. All right. Go ahead. Just on your character sheet, just go ahead and click on whatever you want to do. You had talked about brawling.
Brawl,
I
yeah.
think. Yeah. So.
So I rolled brawl.
Mhm.
I failed.
Okay.
Ooh.
So, yeah, you kind of like swung over his head, missed him. So, all right. So he is gonna take a shot at you. He doesn't have brawl. Interesting. Very interesting.
Oh, the
Just-
NPCs don't have all the skills that we have.
No, believe it or not.
Mm.
That's okay because he rolled a demon.
Okay.
Ooh,
Oh no.
Yeah.
No worse than I did.
get wrecked,
It
idiot.
was the fake out.
Yeah. He you when he kind of ducked beneath your punch, he kind of slipped a little bit on some stale beer on the floor. And,
that dolphin fist will get you.
Slipped and and hit the deck.
Yes.
So we are gonna go to the next round then.
Mm.
So what would you like to do?
I'm
Swing
gonna-
again?
I'm gonna go reach to help him up, but I'm gonna rabbit punch him instead.
Ooh,
Can I get a boon for that?
I will give you a boon for that. Yeah.
All right, good. I might need it because I got a 5 in brawling. So
Sneaky. I'll tell you what.
hey, yes, thank you for the boon. I succeeded.
yes.
Yeah.
So
I mean, oh no.
I think I don't know if it's on your character sheet what the damage is for that. I don't think it is.
It probably would be your, I guess, just the strength bonus, which is
Probably
0.
Yeah. Yeah. So actually we've got our cheat sheet up. Let's take a look. See
Yeah.
if
Oh yeah,
it's
you
on.
got the cheat for, it's
Brawling
probably like
is
1 plus your strength
four.
bonus or something like that.
Let's see. So doesn't say. You don't have a strength bonus, so melee combat. Just roll maybe like a D4 or something.
Well, hang on a sec. I have a D4 agility bonus with an agility of 14. Oh no, that's an 11. Sorry, I
Yeah.
cleaned my glasses. Yeah, it makes
Just-
sense. You
Yeah,
were saying?
just roll like a D4 or something. Let's
Okay.
keep it simple.
Which would be, well, that's what I get for actually having agility. So that may be not fair, but whatever.
All right, 4 damage. All right. So,
Dang.
Yeah, you kind of like sock him in the gut, and he's like, oh.
Oh yeah,
But
that
he-
actually makes sense. Sorry, I'm talking to myself.
No, it's okay. All right. So now he is going to. Now that he's close to you, he's going to actually probably just try to grapple you now. Let's see. I'm going to say that is probably still brawling. I mean, I don't really see like a grapple skill or anything like that, so we're just gonna go with that. He's gonna probably just keep missing though, unfortunately. He's gonna keep missing. All right, yeah, I don't want this to turn into the One Ring, where we just have endless combat where nobody hits each other.
We have a nice story brawl.
Exactly.
Neither one of us wins.
So
We end up drinking together. And,
Yeah.
yeah, he's gonna I'm gonna let you have one more shot at him if you want, or if you want to just stop. It's up to you.
No, that's fine.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So he kind of
You're like, wait. Oh no. Okay, I'm all right. The ground still feels like it's moving.
Look, just take the bear outside. All right. Keep
I don't
everybody
know what you
happy.
got against bears. I mean, look, come here, Curly, come here. Say hello to the guy. He's really good. What's your name, man?
They call me Stubby Joe.
All right, Joe. This is Curly. Curly, give Joe a hug.
And he's like, God, that fucking bear stinks.
Oh,
But-
sorry. Yeah, she's been trapped on a ship for a while. You know,
She's
feels like a month. We got to get a bath or someplace.
and she kind of groans like she goes, if he thinks I stink, God, he should smell him.
Yeah.
Has he wiped his ass in a month? But okay, the bartender's like, just keep her towards the door, okay?
You got. Can we take a table outside?
She's like,
Compromise.
he's like, we ain't got no fucking patio. If you want to take your drinks outside and keep them on the ground, I don't give a shit as long as you pay for them.
All right, fine. You've been mostly nice to us, so Curly and I will sit outside.
Okay. Whilst all this else has been going on, the others, kind of what have you been up to? Just standing watching, or?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Helga's gonna be watching, and if things go bad, she's gonna step in. But it didn't go that way, so
Okay.
They're there in case anybody pulls a knife on me.
right.
I have the knife.
So there you go.
Yep.
Most of the others don't really seem to give you guys any mind. I would like, then it would be Helga,
Mhm.
Amber, and Sparrow. Give me an just give me an awareness roll, please.
Awareness roll. Okay. Where is that?
Under skills. Oh, actually, on your sheet, you can either go under skills
Okay.
and then just click on awareness.
Okay. Got it. I'll roll something. It's a 7.
Okay. All right. You succeeded. Looks like Amber failed.
Yep.
And Sparrow succeeded. Okay. Let's see. Sparrow did slightly better. So, Sparrow, could you roll me a D6, please?
A D6.
Yep.
Okay. Roll. One.
Okay. All right. You overhear people talking about some kind of relic has been stolen from the Temple of Unda.
Down under.
Where?
Okay, relic stolen from the Temple of Unda. Unda
not-
where?
Not quite Famunda, but this is just Unda. Unda. We'll say Unda.
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 Yeah.
Mhm.
But you're not quite sure what the Temple of Unda is. Although there was foreshadowing for something earlier.
Amber.
What do you mean you don't have any alcoholic beverages? Sorry. Yes?
I've got a question because you're like knowledgeable and shit, right? Like you just know things about like religion.
A bit. I don't know much about Kinkelfurter.
Yeah, no, I didn't expect you to. Well,
I'm learning a lot more by the day.
yeah, that's my whole mission. You know, I'm supposed to teach people as much as I can. Maybe convert if possible, but like it's not a big thing. We don't like to push if we're not welcome. But and he'll kind of just like lean down and whisper in her ear, "Do you know about a temple of Unda?"
I don't know if she would.
You can make a myths and legends roll if you'd like. Probably at a Bane, though. because you are far from home.
Yes. I will roll it with a Bane.
Amber, far from home.
That is.
They
Yeah.
fail.
Yikes.
Okay. All right.
No clue.
No clue.
Yeah, whatever. Do you guys like sell fruity drinks here? Like pina colada, strawberry, daiquiri?
And she goes, yeah, no, don't get a lot of call for the kind of the fruity girly stuff. And she looks and she goes, you look like a tough boy.
Yeah, nuts of steel over here.
But if you want a daiquiri, I mean, I could probably whip one out. I don't got those little umbrellas though, if that's
That's
important.
totally fine. I understand sometimes like with the bar management, like it's a bit of an extra cost, and so you can live without it.
Yeah, with
But
those
yeah, I mean,
tariffs and all,
they're
Yeah.
insane. They're insane these days. But I'm of the opinion that like a drink doesn't really determine much of my ability. It's just kind of like I like what I like. So, and I'm just honestly, the taste of alcohol isn't all that appealing. It's all about kind of like your wince and your grit, and you kind of like drink it. I mean, Amber, do you like the taste of alcohol?
No, not at all. Could I have mine be a virgin, please?
Now, when you've seen in movies where they do that record scratch and all the silence, everyone stops. Everyone in the bar is looking at you guys when you said, "I don't really like alcohol." Just like
I
dead
don't
silence.
like the taste of it. I'm fine drinking. It's just me personally. I have to be honest. It's sort of like, would I prefer a yummy, fruit flavored drink, or would I prefer a potato that's been rotted and then fermented and then distilled down to a nearly paint strip and alcohol? I'm gonna have to go with strawberry.
Somebody throws a mug at Sparrow.
Cool. Can I dodge?
Yes. What you're gonna do is you're gonna do an evade. You're gonna do an evade roll.
Evade? All right.
Yeah.
Evasion! Kiss my ass.
Yes. You.
Without even looking.
You knew it was coming.
I smelled it coming, man. I heard it. I heard it launching in the air. I smelled the
and the
alcohol approaching.
The bartender's looking at you going, just keep it down with that. You don't like alcohol. You can see this is kind of a touchy bunch. I'll get you some. I'll see if I got some fruit juice for you.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you.
Really appreciate you. You're great.
And she
You're great.
and he goes, and what about the big girl here?
What you like, Helga? Nothing meat. No meat. No meat.
No
for
meat.
Helga.
Yeah, no meat.
meat.
Oh, you don't want any of the food we'd serve here.
Okay, thanks for the.
If you
telling
want,
me that.
if you want good food, you gotta go. You gotta go to the other place.
Doesn't matter if you want meat or not. You don't want any of the food we serve here.
Yeah, I just.
That works there.
Honey,
Fine.
no, she says, honestly, if you want food, go to the Porthole Inn. Don't eat anything we'd serve here.
Oh, good to know. Yeah. Okay. I guess that's fine.
You
Yeah.
want anything to drink?
Yeah. What do you got? I walk up to the barmaid or whoever she is.
She says, the best seller we've got is porpoise piss. We got lots of rums.
Rums sound good.
Rum?
Give me one
Okay.
of those. Mm-hmm.
She'll pour you a shot of rum, slide it over. Glass is filthy.
Don't care.
Okay.
That's what the rum is for.
Cleans the glass for you.
That's what you get the feeling is that's what the rum is to kill the okay.
Yeah.
All right, so you got your drinks.
Mhm.
The bartender brings back some fruity drinks for the other two.
Mhm.
Can I have another evade roll from Sparrow, please?
All of these bitches are on my dick. And guess what? I'm still that guy, all right? You know what? I really thought that after the first one, you would learn not to waste a drink. And then on the second one, it was just sad. It was just honestly kind of sad.
And you just hear this, it was empty.
Yeah. And you still missed. God, you must be taking the fucking.
I need
piss.
another beer.
Oh boy.
Okay, let's go outside to where our lone hero and loyal companions sit. Um, you're just kind of out looking around, and you spy with your little eye in kind of a side alley, kind of just right at the edge. You roll me a D100, please.
Surely.
Who?
What's
Everybody?
going on?
No, just Q.
Okay, got it.
See what I
This is-
see.
This is the magical side alley of appearing events.
Yeah,
Right?
it's just a Rolodex,
Oh,
the Scooby Doo alley.
Two.
Whoa!
You see a jar sitting on a barrel.
Watch it be squirrely.
Tip jar?
But the sun is just kind of starting to peek out, so it kind of shines a little bit. And that's where you kind of saw the glimmer on the glass.
All right. Is it like nearby?
Yeah. You could probably just walk about 5 or 6 feet if you chose to.
And it's just a jar on a barrel. All right.
That's
Hey,
what you
Curly,
can.
watch this.
That's what you can see from this distance. So
I bet you. I don't care. What do you even want? I bet you I can spit in that jar from here.
Ah!
Mhm.
Yeah, watch.
Okay. Let's
Talk
see.
to a king.
Ah!
Okay. I'm not gonna make you roll on it. You hit it, but it just kind of splashes down the side.
Oh, I missed, girl. All right, you try.
And she doesn't gonna try to spit. She's just gonna wander over to it and kind of sniffs it. She says, "Food."
What do you think, girl? Food?
Mm.
Check it out.
Okay.
All right. So I'll walk over and check out the jar.
Yeah, it's a jar, and when you look at it, look like there's a fish in there. You're gonna guess it's maybe pickled herring with a big loogie dripping down the side now.
Yeah.
Are you sure this is food?
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
And she's
All
like,
right.
"Sure." If she goes, "Smells okay to me."
Yeah.
I,
Yeah,
I
I'm
forget he can understand Curly.
Yeah.
Well, I could understand her back in the in Dungeon World, but there's no raw way for me to do it here. So
Don't worry about it.
we can say we sort
It's a
of
freebie.
understand each other, right? I can't. speak
You just
to her.
you
Hang
just
on.
know.
Yeah.
Goosey goosey.
All right, you want it? You want me to open it?
Mhm.
I can open it up.
Okay. Smells god awful.
Oh, are you sure?
And she's sticking her little.
Okay, yeah.
Set it,
And she,
set it down
and
on
she-
the ground or on the barrel, then she can have it.
and she like knocks it over with her paw so that it spills out on the road, and she just kind of picks it up, and she's. It is not actually,
Ah,
but good question. Okay. So yeah, you got her a quick meal. You go back over, and your beer is still there. Luckily, nobody grabbed it. Let's go back in the tavern, and it seems like just kind of average conversation going on. You don't really hear a whole lot else. You do hear a mention of the council. Those council members don't know their heads from their assholes. How can they be putting some kind of tax on blah 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 blah? It seems like people mostly bitching about the local authorities. Which is pretty common to wherever you've been. People bitching about the local authorities. But you do hear mention of a council members, and you do hear again somebody talking about that whatever they took from the temple, that's probably going to stir some things up. I don't know, but And another guy goes, "Well, we can't get out of here. I mean, that storm's coming in. I mean, it could be a couple days until the ships can get in here. So I just hope nobody kind of stirred up too much, you know? I think we ought to just lay low and stay here and drink." Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Excuse me. Hello.
And they kind of
Sorry.
look over like, "You a dwarf?"
Half dwarf.
Oh.
Sorry to bother you, gentlemen. But could you tell me about the Temple of Unda?
Unga.
Yeah, they're like, "Yeah, when you come out of here and you turn around and you look north, that big structure built on the cliff, that's the Temple of Unda."
Okay. But there's something missing from there?
And they kind of look at each other like, "Yeah, there's talk about a relic. Somebody might have taken something." You know, those religious types get kind of antsy when somebody touches their stuff.
Oh, so there's active clergy in the temple?
And they kind of look at each other like, "You could say that." Nobody you want to mess with though.
Oh.
They're weirdos.
In what way?
And
I mean-
they kind of glance at each other like, "Is she fucking serious?" "Well, if you'd like, we can tell you, but you know what? If you stay here long enough, one of them will probably come right up to you and talk to you. So, unless you really want to find out, might want to mind your own business. And we got no problem with you, little ma'am, but there's some of those weirdos from up there. I don't know."
But why are
Better-
they weird, man? Like, you know, are they kidnappers? Are they like blood sacrificers? You know, we just came in
Exactly.
today, so
Oh, they got some kind of religion that they keep. Have you heard of Unda?
Can't say I have.
She's the goddess of seafaring and oceans. And they say that there's some kind of relic up there that keeps the forces of the ocean at bay. Kind of goes all the way back to the beginning of Salthaven.
When was the relic taken? How long ago?
Well, the stories say just yesterday, but whether or not that's true, you'd have to go up there and find out, I guess, if you cared. And they start laughing. They're like, "But nobody wants to go up there." And
strange.
What was that?
What's that herring?
Oh.
Really?
That's Marie. She goes by on her motorcycle about every third day. You see, the island isn't that big, but eventually on that third day, man, she comes right around and then just kind of goes right back up. Won't see her again for a couple more days.
All right.
Da-da-da-da-da.
So, would you like describe this religious clergy of Unda as like particularly violent or like
They
isolated?
They can be. They're always saying about the end of the world, and they come down and they get in your face and they're ringing bells and yelling shit, and people who don't listen to them or try to ignore them, they know you're ignoring them and they get in your face and he just kind of leans and he says, "And I hear they do kidnap people because that's how they keep their numbers up."
Oh my god, like brainwashing? you take someone off of the streets and then you believe in Unda. You believe in Unda.
Sure, I mean, everybody believes in Undo. What do you believe in?
The Almighty. He
And
who hangs in bedchambers.
He's like, oh, he's like, don't make that symbol anywhere else in town.
Ugh.
I mean the crew who run here. Yeah, we got no problem with Kinklefinger. No, you call him what? We call him Kinklefinger.
I think he'd love that. He'd love that.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know this would be like local dialects. People, names change slightly.
He's got a long name.
And he says, yeah, the crew running here, yeah, there's lots of working girls and working boys around town. Everybody's got to make a living.
Mm.
But the rest of the folk out here, nah, it's all about Unda.
What about the warming god?
They go, who?
Oh.
That's what I thought.
Ember just looks dejected.
They're like, the woman what?
Yeah.
The warming god. It's
Helga's gonna walk up behind
Mhm.
Amber and just kind of stand there
And he looks like, says,
before she gets in trouble.
where are you from anyway?
Grey Garden.
Grey God.
It's
Oh,
over
dear.
west.
Oh dear God, you're from all the way over there.
Right.
The old world.
Oh,
Yeah, that's where everybody sprung from, they say.
I like being at the center of things, so fuck you.
But over this way, nah, they got no warming god over here. We got lots of gods over here. I mean, I guess maybe there's some fire gods and he's like, and there's demons, but nobody wants to talk about them. Oh sure.
Yeah.
Oh sure.
What
Sure, there's been all sorts of wars and all sorts of business. You gotta go, not here. You gotta go more towards the mainland.
Okay.
About another day or two to get to the mainland. But people come in, they tell stories about demons and dragons and all sorts of mess.
Yeah, remember Helga, that dude we were hanging out with, fucking Ash Spit and Roast. I forgot what his name was.
I don't
but
remember.
he ate that thing from the stall, and the lady was like, "Oh, that's a demon egg,"
Oh right, yeah.
and then he had to shit it out.
Demons are bad business. You shouldn't do anything with them.
Yeah, no, I think that might be why he's dead by now. But
Lucky
that's
if he's
why.
only dead.
I thought that was because you stabbed him in the back thinking that it was an enemy in the darkness.
no, that's only the world making the way for fate to interact. I was just an agent of fate in that moment. But it was sort of like he had hit all these key moments that led to that, and I was just kind of like the route that the universe made happen. But if it wasn't me, it was going to be something else. Pretty soon, I can already tell.
What? You killed one of your friends?
No, we weren't friends. But it was honestly, it was really his fault. But he was just regularly nasty, kind of a piece of shit. I mean, hell, I'm not exaggerating, am I? He was not the most pleasant to be around.
Right.
And we got along on the kind of work pretense, kind of like the weird coworker you've got going with you, and you're like, all right, we're gonna get this job done, but I would really not like to see you outside of work, except we had to travel with him, so we saw him outside of work. And yeah, it was an incident, he fell down what would be the well of a canyon, and then I was like, oh my god, he's so dead. And all these things have been sneaking up on us, and so I was on watch, and this thing was sneaking up on us, and I was like, oh my god, I need to eliminate the threat before it comes to kill us while we're sleeping, counting sheep. and I just did too good of a job in that moment. And he kind of like bit the
That's
dust.
awful.
Yeah, you know, I felt really bad about it for like maybe 2 weeks. And then like I kind of got over it because I realized he really also wasn't the best kind of guy. Like if I'd done that to you, Amber, I think it would have really wrecked me because I would have been like, oh, like she's so sweet, you know, really didn't deserve that. Why would fate make me do that? But like with him, I was kind of like, damn, you know, that sucked. Anyway, so this Unda chick.
Piss Amber just like looks at Helga like with slight panic at the mention of maybe being stabbed to death.
I'm not gonna fucking murder you if I can help it, alright? That was kind of like a one-off learning experience, you know? Now I know
Yeah,
to double
yeah.
check, even if it might lead to our possible deaths if somebody sneaking up us in the dark is one of us. See,
Yeah,
I
right.
learn. Personal growth. That's the whole thing.
No. That is all beautiful.
The patients are
We're-
just like stuck.
Yeah. They're kind of okay.
It's just weird. I know the situation's a bit off, but as you were saying, so like they come to town often. I mean, is this like relic like an important relic, like, or is it kind of like you know, one of the mediocre relics?
And they kind of glance at each other and they're like, we ain't much about their religion and all that, but what I heard is that this relic, it's like it's a horn. It's this gold and something kind of horn that they made from coral. And the story says that if you blow the horn, it allows you to control the creatures of the sea. Now, does that mean that? And then this pirate is actually, you're actually surprised he seems so eloquent in his words now. He's like, do you suppose that this horn would allow one to subvert the rules of Unda herself? I mean, it seems like just a story to me, but that's what they say.
I mean, but like, why would a goddess allow a gift that like intruded on the power of her territory? I mean, like, you know, you could think about it in the way it's kind of like maybe if like she likes you, she's like, fuck yeah, you can control all the sea squids and the seahorses that you'd like.
Right.
But like, do you have to be a follower of Unda to use it? Why hasn't it been used before if it's just in the temple?
I don't know.
Yeah, that seems kind of waste. I mean, you could have a really good fishing economy with that.
You hear, even over the crowd noise, you hear what sounds like bells ringing.
Ah.
And outside, Killian, you see a group of about 4 men and women in kind of dark red robes, kind of walking. They're walking from the town, and they're like ringing bells, and they're shouting something about gather all of you. They are coming. It is time to join with us. Come, join us. Curly goes.
Yeah, I don't want to join them. Let's go to the other side of the building. I don't want to.
Okay.
I don't want them to see us and think they can come talk to us just because we're
Okay.
outside.
Yeah. They'll knock at the door and leave you a pamphlet. But anyway, no. Inside the tavern, people just start kind of like running, like, "Ah, damn it!" Yeah, and the bartender's like, "Just somebody keep an eye on that door. I don't want those assholes coming in here."
All right, I'm gonna block the
Yeah,
door.
see? You'd let the bear inside.
They definitely won't want these guys in there if they wouldn't let a bear in there.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. So Helga
I'm going to stand in the doorway with all of my might and mass and not let them come in the front door.
And you hear ring, 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 and you feel something push against the door, but like they're hitting like a brick wall.
Yeah. I'm just like this.
Just casually leaning against the door.
No, I'm in the door. I'm filling the door.
Gotcha.
And you hear a muffled voice outside. Open the door. We bring the good news.
No.
Mm-hmm.
No. No.
And everyone's like starts cheering for Helga. Like, can I have an evade roll from Sparrow, please?
Are you fucking joking me?
Oh my god.
I'm gonna massacre this dude who keeps throwing shit at me.
He's gonna keep trying until he hits you.
Fuck!
Oh.
Oh no.
Not only does he nail you right in the head, you get just knocked the fuck out. I mean, you just like on the ground.
Oh my gosh. Amber just hits her knees and starts shaking Sparrow.
Yeah. She is
Killed him.
I'm gonna roll damage for you to see how much damage you potentially took. 2 damage. All right. So on your character sheet, you would you have your hit points.
Mm-hmm.
You would take away 2 hit. I think you can just click in there, and it'll subtract. Yeah.
Oh, I keep accidentally clicking death roll thingy.
Oh yeah, no, that's bad. I
No,
think it's
take that away.
Alt. Let me see. I think it's like Alt.
Left click will add 1. Right click will take away 1.
Perfect. Let's take these away.
Let's
take those away. And your hit points should go down to 12. Anyway, worry about it later. But yeah, he is out.
Damn.
Okay. Outside.
Amber's
I'm sorry.
Amber's gonna look around angrily. Who threw that?
And there's just some giggles. And it's that same guy who had who threw the first 2, and he's like, "Me, and I finally shut them the fuck up."
Amber's gonna angrily kind of bring herself up and as much as her stature can from a kneeling position.
Mm-hmm.
What is your name, sir?
Me? And he's pretty slush. He's like, they call me Big Andy. He's actually not that big. He's about medium size. So you're not quite sure why they call him Big Andy. He's like,
well,
is that a problem that I knocked out your pretty friend?
Yeah, I think that your name is ironic, and
do you want to find out why they call me Big Andy then?
No, but I never forget a name.
What's yours?
I've got you on lock, Big Andy, and it's like, Amber Forge Glow.
Amber, I'll probably forget your name by tomorrow morning. Let me buy you a drink.
No, thank you.
Bad bitch.
All right. We will say that Sparrow kind of gets up kind of groggily, and there's kind of the laughter the laughter level goes back. Big Andy's like, just sit down, Amber. Just finish your drinks.
I am sitting.
Oh, I'm sorry. I couldn't tell from down there.
That's because you drink so much.
Yeah, Sparrow. Yeah, you can get back up.
She's gonna be talking. I'm just gonna get up and grab the same thing he hit me with and launch that shit at him.
Okay. Yeah, it's like a half a bottle now.
Wow.
But yeah, go ahead and let's see. That's probably I'd say that's probably just an agility roll.
Agility?
Yeah.
Okay. I succeed.
Okay. I'm gonna roll. Actually, roll a d4 for me, please.
Pew. 2. Payback.
Down goes Big Andy. He kind of gets hit in the head, and he kind of goes, "Oh, pfft."
Yeah, suck my dick, you fucking small prick asshole.
And a couple people cheer. Actually, they're like,
And that only took me
"Hey,
one try, fucker.
hey." So, okay, so Big Andy's on the floor,
hmm
and yeah, people cheer.
Yeah.
Nobody likes Big Andy.
Amber will
I'm
say,
gonna write all these names down so I remember next
Yeah.
time.
looks like you
Okay.
got your drink after all.
Yeah, but tell him.
Okay. Outside, Killian, you still hear these assholes chanting and ringing their bells.
Trying to get through the front door.
Yeah,
I am the front door at this point.
yeah, yeah.
You are the one who.
Hold door! Hold door!
And they eventually just give up. They're like, it must be barred. There's no way to get in. So let's keep going, brothers and sisters.
Amazing.
Watch them go, and as soon as it seems safe, maybe we'll go back around to the front door and knock.
Okay. Yeah, you can come back, and Helga, you hear a more polite knock at the door.
Hmm. All right. I go over to the door and look out.
Hey, Elga, there's weirdos in robes out here ringing bells. Can we come back in? It's a little freaky.
Yeah, come on in. I've been blocking the door from them since
All right,
they got bored and left.
all right, come on.
Curly, stay by the door. Be good.
Mhm. Okay. She'll sit and wait.
What's the deal with the weirdos in the robes?
Who are you speaking to?
The room.
The room.
Oh,
Okay.
a couple of them go. Those freaking Bellacar cultists. They're a bunch of assholes. And that would be BELAKHAR for those taking notes at home.
Thank you.
ELAKHAR. Okay. I heard Bellacar. I was like, oh,
Yeah,
cool.
that's the way I'm pronouncing it. Is
That's fine.
Bellacar.
Yeah.
You did say BE. Okay. I thought you said EE for a sec. I'm half hearing something, so
That's
Mhm. Yeah.
yeah, Bellacar. Okay. Cool.
What are they going? What are they on about? Somebody's coming. We should join them.
Yeah.
It's
And
just
you-
like a
yeah.
Tuesday thing.
Ed, you see your friends are being cheered at. Something just happened apparently inside the bar, but it looks like they're getting along. They're making friends in the only way the trash mob makes friends.
Mm.
So,
Yeah. See, I knew these guys were all right.
somebody says to Killian, they're a bunch of religious fanatics. They're trying to get people to join their little ring of idiots. Every couple of weeks they seem to get stirred up. Every time the ocean seems to, so every time we get a storm, they all start coming out and ringing their damn bells and trying to recruit people. And now you haven't heard anything about the relic or anything like that. So
All right. I guess they seem harmless enough.
Wait, if they're in town, maybe. Do you think they might try to kidnap somebody?
Yeah, they're looking at you, Amber.
Don't tell the kid that. Come on.
Oh.
It's
I mean,
best to
Those
be
little weird- they
aware.
didn't Kidnap you or anything? Why go there?
Because they said they do that sometimes.
I mean,
They like
if that's the case, shouldn't somebody try to stop them?
Well, I was trying to. They didn't get in here. I make a good door.
You are the best door, Hegel.
Yes.
The best. I mean, for a group of people who just had a relic stolen, they seem to be kind of chill right now. I mean, if I don't know if Kinkleferder had some great item of religious importance that, like, I don't know, could make people come on command when I blow a horn, we'd be a little bit more upset about that. I feel.
That'd be
Yeah, no, I mean, can you imagine like just the bedroom and war possibilities? You make all your enemies go down on their knees, quite literally.
Okay.
What was that too much for you, Ember?
She's just gonna go back to slurping her daiquiri.
Suggestively.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Mr. Killian!
Don't worry, Ember. I know I had that effect on all kinds of people, so it's fine.
There is
Look, but not touch.
at the door. Suddenly, the door flies open, and two men you don't recognize. They look like sailors. They come running in, and they go, "Oh my gods, we have to tell you. The silver salmon, it went down." And everyone goes, "Oh, the silver." Everyone on board was lost. The whole crew, they were lost.
Like at port or like on the sea?
On the sea.
How far away? How do you know this?
Because we saw it. We saw the ship go down.
Oh, like lightning strike or wave
And
eating.
somebody else. There were no devils, was there? No devils. And the couple guys go, somebody seen sea devils nearby. But we think maybe they got on board and pulled everyone down into the depths.
Wait. You mean like you weren't talking about pirates with classy names?
No, and the mood of the place just now completely changes. The same guy who you've been talking to says, he's like, no, the silver salmon, it's a fishing boat. It's ports here. It's not really a name that goes with this island, but the ship's old and it's a good crew. They make their living here, and they knew the dangers of going out in the rough seas, and these are working men. They had to fish to live, and it seems like the sea claimed them.
Amber
Somebody
will
was just
bow
no,
her head.
yeah.
Just do like a little prayer.
Somebody almost said, "Damn sea devils did it."
Do these sea devils attack often?
Only when it seems like something stirred them up.
Maybe like a sea relic going missing.
And everybody stops and looks at Sparrow.
Well, I'm just pointing out the obvious, guys.
And I think that's where we're going to end it for today.
Oh my gosh.
Title for next week. Just pointing out
that- Great
What did I
line.
say?
I just want to just put a pin in it right there. So
Splash screen. Trash.
Yeah.
It's the JoJo's to be continued.
Yeah.
No.
all right. That was a lot of fun, guys. I hope you're
Yes,
enjoying the
yeah.
story so far.
Yeah.
It's good to be
Good
back.
to get back with the mob.
Oh, miss this, guys.
And thanks everybody for watching. Appreciate it. We are going to play again next week, next Wednesday night, to continue this story and see what else the trash mob can uncover. So yeah, exactly. Get your Kinkleferder symbols out. Anybody have anything else they want to plug, advertise? They got going on. I know Q has something going on.
I'm happy to plug tomorrow night's game. So Thursday, for those of you who are catching up late, the 17th. Sorry, I had to look at what the date was. Tomorrow for us, we're running second episode of Impossible Landscapes, Delta Green, surreal horror adventure. Join us and slowly go down the mad rabbit hole with us.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Anybody else?
I got nothing right now.
You got nothing. Okay. Jeffrey.
You could check out at J Gilbank Art. I did the artwork, and I might be doing some more soon. For all sorts of stuff. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. And Vivi, anything going on?
You know, me personally, not too much. You guys can follow my art account on Instagram. It's called Voogie_Woogie. I honestly don't post on it much because I forget. But speaking of mini melts, see, I'm kind of like at like a crossroads because like I feel like I've been in like a loveless marriage with mini melts for like a year and a half, maybe.
Oh no!
And like it's sort of like business husband has been going on multiple trips and just like is not paying attention to me. And I'm like, just show me affection, sponsor me. But that's not happening. So next week, in my new ice cream affair, I will be presenting a very new popsicle brand, or like an ice cream brand that I found that sells a London iced fog tea flavored ice cream, which is delicious. It's amazing. They sell 4 pops a box. I eat it almost every day. And guess what, Mini Melts? You missed out on a sexy little thing because I love Mini Melts. I was your number one ride or die, but I feel like I've been knocking at the door and you haven't been responding. So we're going to see if this new romance with this London iced fog tea gets me anywhere. All right. I'm a girl with a dream. I will get Barbarian Gaming sponsored by something. And it will be an ice cream brand.
We'll be an ice cream brand.
Yeah.
The ball is in
But
your
I
court,
rest-
Mini Melts.
Yeah, I rest my case, Mini Melts. Do you want me? Because I wanted you for a year.
You got to know when to let go, you know? The
Yeah.
writing's
Fear
on
of
the
woman
wall.
scorned. Fear of woman scorned.
All right. Well, I think on that, we're going to wrap up, folks. Good night, and we will see you all next week.
All right.
Good night, Jonas.
Bye.